Most people think you need a gym, expensive equipment, or some fancy program to actually fix the way your body feels and moves. They're wrong. Some of the most powerful exercises ever discovered require nothing but your body and a little bit of floor space. And today I'm going to show you 5 of them. So let's get into it. 5 exercises, no equipment, and I promise by the end of this video you're going to have a complete routine you can start today. Alright, the first exercise is the plank. Now I know what you're thinking. Everyone knows what a plank is, but I'd be willing to bet that almost nobody is doing it correctly. And that's why most people either hurt themselves or don't get any real benefit from it. So let me show you exactly how to do this right. Get down on the floor and prop yourself up on your forearms. Your elbows should be directly under your shoulders, not out in front of you, not behind you, directly under. Now here's where most people go wrong immediately. They let their hips sag toward the floor, or they pike up toward the ceiling like a tent. Neither of those is a plank. A real plank is a perfectly straight line from the back of your head all the way down to your heels. To find that position, squeeze your glutes like you're trying to hold something between them. Then brace your core like someone is about to punch you in the stomach. Then pull your elbows toward your toes without actually moving them. That last cue is the secret. When you create that tension between your elbows and your feet, your entire body locks in and every single muscle in your midsection fires at once. What should you feel? You should feel your abs working, your glutes working, and your shoulders working. If you feel mostly your lower back, your hips are probably sagging, adjust until the work moves to the front of your body. Now, if getting down on the floor is tough right now, no problem. You can do this exact same exercise standing against a wall. Press your forearms into the wall at shoulder height, walk your feet back until your body is at an angle, and create that same straight line from head to heels. Same muscle activation, 0 floor required. As you get stronger, you lower the surface. Counter, chair, couch, then eventually the floor. Start with 20 seconds. If that's easy, push to 30 or 45. The goal isn't to hold it for 3 minutes. The goal is to hold it with perfect tension for whatever time you can manage. Here's why this matters for your daily life. Your core is the foundation of every single movement your body makes. When it's weak, your spine compensates, your hips compensate, and that's where a lot of chronic back pain actually comes from. The plank builds the kind of deep, functional core strength that supports your spine all day long, whether you're lifting groceries, sitting at a desk, or picking something up off the floor. Now, exercise number 2 is the wall sit. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna love number 4 because it does something for your hips and lower back that almost nothing else can touch. But let's get through this one first because it's incredibly important. The wall sit looks simple. It is not easy. Find a smooth wall, put your back flat against it, and slide down until your thighs are parallel to the floor. Your knees should be at about a 90-degree angle directly over your ankles, not out in front of your toes. Your feet should be flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Your back should be completely flat against the wall, not arched, not rounded. Flat. Now here's the key that most people miss. Don't just sit there passively. Actively drive your heels into the floor. Push your back into the wall. Squeeze your quads like you're trying to straighten your legs without actually moving. That active tension is what makes this exercise so powerful. You're training your legs under load without putting any shear force on your knee joints, which is exactly what people with knee pain need. What you should feel is a deep burn in your quadriceps, the muscles on the front of your thighs. If you feel pain in your knees, check your form first. Make sure your knees aren't caving inward and your feet are flat. If the pain persists, raise your position on the wall a little. You don't have to hit that full 90 degrees to get benefit. Even a shallow angle is productive. A regression for this would be sitting higher on the wall, maybe only going down to a 120-degree angle. A progression would be dropping lower, holding longer, or even adding a small pulse at the bottom of the position. Studies show that isometric quad exercises like the wall sit can reduce knee pain significantly, sometimes more effectively than traditional physical therapy exercises. The reason is that isometric contractions at certain angles help calm down the pain signals coming from the tendons around the knee. So if you've been dealing with knee pain and avoiding leg work, this might be exactly what you've been missing. Start with 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds. Build up to 45 to 60 seconds over time. That's when the real magic starts to happen. All right, exercise number 3. This one is a little different from the others because it involves some movement, but it's slow, controlled, and incredibly therapeutic. It's the cat-cow. And before you skip past this one thinking it's too easy or too yoga-ish, hear me out. This exercise directly targets the joints and muscles of your spine in a way that almost nothing else does. And for anyone dealing with stiffness, tightness, or aching in their back, this is one of the most important things you can do every single day. Get on your hands and knees. Your wrists should be directly under your shoulders, your knees directly under your hips. Start in a neutral spine position, meaning your back is flat, not arched, not rounded. Now slowly let your belly drop toward the floor, your chest opens up, your tailbone lifts, and your gaze comes forward. That's the cow position. Hold that for 2 or 3 seconds. Feel the stretch through your entire spine and abdomen. Then reverse it. Slowly round your back toward the ceiling. Tuck your tailbone under, drop your head, and pull your belly button up toward your spine. That's the cow position. Hold that for 2 or 3 seconds. Feel the stretch through your mid and upper back. Now move back and forth between these two positions slowly and deliberately. This isn't about speed. This is about creating movement in every single vertebra of your spine. Most people's spines are stiff because they never move through their full range of motion. The cat-cow fixes that. What you should feel is a gentle, almost satisfying stretch through your entire back on both ends of the movement. If any position causes sharp pain, back off. The goal is to work within a pain-free range and gradually expand that range over time. If getting on your hands and knees is difficult, you can do this seated in a chair. Sit toward the edge, place your hands on your knees, and alternate between arching your back and rounding it. Same concept, same benefit, different position. Do 10 slow repetitions, pausing for 2 to 3 seconds at each end. 3 sets. Studies show that regular spinal mobility work like cat-cow can reduce chronic low back pain and improve functional movement in daily life. It also stimulates the production of synovial fluid, which is basically the natural lubricant for your spinal joints. So if your back feels stiff in the morning, doing this before you even get out of bed or right after can make a massive difference in how the rest of your day feels. Now, before I show you the last 2 exercises, let me address something important. If you're dealing with chronic aches and pains, stiff joints, or you feel like your body just doesn't move the way it used to, you're not alone. Most people think they're stuck with these problems forever. They think pain is just part of getting older, and they accept it. But what if there was a simple step-by-step system that could help you move pain-free again? I created Reboot Your Body specifically for people struggling with these exact issues. It's a 30-day program designed to restore the movement and strength you've lost, so you can play with your kids or grandkids, get through your day without constant aching, and feel confident in your body again. Imagine waking up in the morning and your back doesn't immediately remind you that it exists. Imagine being able to bend down, reach overhead, or walk up a flight of stairs without bracing yourself for discomfort. That's what this program is designed to give you. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. Now let's get back to these last 2 exercises because they are genuinely some of the best things you can do for your body. Exercise number 4 is the glute bridge. And I told you earlier that you'd love this one, and here's why. Your glutes are the largest and most powerful muscles in your entire body. And for most people, they are almost completely shut off. You spend hours sitting, and when you sit, your glutes essentially go to sleep. Weak glutes mean your lower back has to pick up the slack for every movement you make. That is one of the primary drivers of chronic lower back pain. The glute bridge wakes those muscles back up, and when your glutes start doing their job again, a lot of the pain that you thought was just something you had to live with starts to go away. Here's how to do it. Lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Your feet should be close enough to your body that if you reach down with your hands, your fingertips just touch your heels. Now press your lower back gently into the floor, take a breath, and as you exhale, drive your heels into the ground and lift your hips up toward the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes hard at the top. Your body should form a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Don't hyperextend your lower back at the top. Hold that top position for 3 to 5 seconds. That's the isometric part. Squeeze as hard as you can. Then lower back down slowly. Don't just drop, control the descent. What you should feel is your glutes working. If you feel your hamstrings cramping, move your feet a little closer to your body. If you feel mostly your lower back, focus more on squeezing the glutes before you lift and less on just pushing your hips up. A regression for this is to do a smaller range of motion. Just lift your hips an inch or 2 off the ground and hold. That still activates the glutes without requiring full hip extension. A progression is to extend one leg out straight and do the bridge on a single leg. That dramatically increases the demand on the working glute. 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps, holding for 3 to 5 seconds at the top of each rep. That's your starting point. Studies show that targeted glute activation exercises like this one can significantly reduce both lower back pain and knee pain. And now, exercise number 5, the deep squat hold. This one might be the most important exercise on this entire list for long-term joint health, and it's also the one that most people in the modern world are the worst at. In many cultures around the world, people spend hours every day in a deep squat. They rest in it, they work in it, they eat in it, and those populations have dramatically lower rates of hip pain, knee pain, and lower back problems. We've lost this position, chairs replaced it, and our hips, ankles, and knees have paid the price. Here's how to get into it safely. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, toes turned out slightly, maybe 20 to 30 degrees. Hold on to something stable, a door frame, a pole, a heavy piece of furniture. Now push your knees out in the direction of your toes and slowly lower yourself down as far as you can go. The goal is to get your hips below your knees, but if you can only go partway right now, that's completely fine. Go to your edge, not past it. Once you're in your deepest comfortable position, hold on to whatever support you have and try to relax into the position. Let your hips sink, let your spine lengthen. Breathe. The goal is to spend time in this position, because over time spent in a position is what teaches your body that the position is safe. Your nervous system will gradually allow more range of motion as you prove to it that nothing bad is going to happen down there. What you should feel is a deep stretch through your hips, inner thighs, and ankles. You might feel your heels wanting to come off the ground. That's an ankle mobility issue, and it's incredibly common. Putting a small plate or a folded towel under your heels can help immediately while you work on ankle mobility over time. Start with 3 holds of 30 seconds each. Build up to 60 seconds. Eventually, you want to be able to hold a comfortable deep squat for 2 minutes without support. When you get there, your hips will feel completely different. Your lower back will feel different. The way you move through your entire day will feel different. The deep squat is also one of the best natural decompressions for your lumbar spine. When you're in a full squat, the spaces between your vertebrae open up, pressure is relieved, and the muscles along your spine can finally relax. Studies show that regular deep squat practice improves hip mobility, ankle mobility, and spinal health simultaneously. It's essentially 3 exercises in one. All right, let's pull this all together into a routine you can actually use. Here's how I want you to approach this. Do this routine 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday works great, but any 3 non-consecutive days is fine. Start with the cat-cow to warm up your spine. 10 slow reps, 2 to 3 second holds at each end. Then move into the plank. 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds with 60 seconds of rest between sets. Then the wall sit. 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds, building toward 45 to 60 seconds over the coming weeks. Then the glute bridge. 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps with a 3 to 5 second hold at the top. And finish with the deep squat hold. 3 holds of 30 seconds using support as needed. The whole routine takes about 20 minutes. You don't need a gym, you don't need equipment, you just need to show up 3 times a week and do the work. If you want a more structured approach with progressions built in and a full 30-day plan, check out Reboot Your Body in the description below. And if this video helped you, drop a comment and let me know which exercise surprised you the most. I'll see you in the next one.